Basta kay Sir Rojan, ibang klase. Let's go!
Okay, welcome ulit sa ating klase. Sa video na to, pag-uusapan naman natin ang iba't ibang types ng transfer prices. Ano-ano nga ba ito? At ano yung mga questions na ina-address ng bawat uri ng transfer price? Pagkatapos nun, meron din tayong mga advantages at saka disadvantages ng bawat type ng transfer prices. Okay, sige, start tayo. Let's go! Ayan, so pag-uusapan natin ngayon ay types of transfer prices. So, second video na natin to tungkol sa transfer pricing. Ayan. So, traditionally, meron tayong tatlong types ng transfer prices, no? So, number one, meron tayong cost-based, meron tayong market-based, and meron tayong negotiated. So, traditionally, ibig sabihin ito na yung mga ginagamit before. Yan. So, unahin muna natin yung cost-based. Yan. So, itong cost-based transfer prices natin, kung titingnan natin siya, simple lang siya, no? Kung magkano yung cost, edi yun yung ating basis para magkaroon tayo ng transfer price. Ibig sabihin ng cost, yung nagastos ng isang segment, no? Pero kung iisipin mo mabuti, marami kasing definition ng cost. So, as simple as it may seem, the definition of cost is very wide, no? Yung cost natin, ano ba ibig sabihin natin ng cost? How do you define cost sa isang segment? Are you following variable production cost? So, are you following variable production cost or absorption? Kasi alam natin, magkaiba yung dalawa. Pag sinabing nating variable cost and absorption cost, that's different, totally different. Okay? And meron pa tayong mga additional selling and admin costs. Selling and admin costs. Tapos isasama mo pa dyan yung possibly opportunity cost. Yan. Siyempre, ng selling yan, ng selling department or selling segment. Kapag variable cost lang ang ginamit mo para mag-set ng transfer price, maliit lang yung incentive ng isang selling division or selling segment pag magbebenta siya sa isa pang internal division kasi walang contribution margin. Okay? Kasi ang gagamitin mo lang variable cost. Kung variable cost yan, tapos yun na rin ang selling price mo, edi wala kang contribution margin. Okay? Pero pag ang ginamit mo namang basis is absorption cost, at least meron kang konti na contribution para ma-cover mo yung fixed overhead. So ginagamit natin itong cost-based kapag ang ating services or goods or services natin is low cost, and low volume services. Ayan. So commonly, ginagamit ang cost-based transfer price kapag yung service na ino-offer ng isang segment, selling segment, is mura lang siya, low cost, and low volume, kagaya ng mga temporary maintenance o kaya naman temporary office staff. Yan. So example natin yung mga temporary maintenance o kaya naman temporary office staff assistance. Yan. So meron lang ilang mga modifications na ginagawa para mabawasan natin yung problema kapag cost-based ang gagamitin mong transfer price. Halimbawa, sabi ko kanina, kapag variable cost ang gagamitin mo sa transfer price, possibly baka mawalan ka ng contribution margin. Kasi kung yun ang basis mo ng transfer price. Unlike kapag absorption cost, meron kang konting margin or contribution margin para makover yung fixed cost mo. So kapag variable cost ang gagamitin mo as a base, magdadagdag ka ng additional amount to cover fixed cost at para magkaroon ka ng profit as a selling division. So, natin dito when variable cost is used, when variable cost is used as a base, So kung hindi ka masyadong familiar dun sa sinasabi kong variable cost and absorption cost, I suggest panoorin mo yung lecture video natin tungkol sa product costing. So dun, in-explain ko yung ibig sabihin ng variable cost at absorption cost. Okay, so unahin mo muna yun bago ito, yung lecture na yun. Okay, so again, kapag variable cost ang gagamitin mong base sa pagsiset ng transfer price, magdadagdag ka ng amount. So, additional amount can be added. Additional amount can be added to cover fixed costs. Yan. Cover fixed cost. At para meron kang profit as a selling division. Okay? So, ang tawag natin dyan, cost plus arrangement. So, hindi na siya cost-based transfer price, no? This is now what you call cost plus arrangement. Okay? Yan. Hindi na siya cost-based transfer price. So, may ilang mga managers na iniisip nilang itong cost plus arrangements ay acceptable substitute para sa mga market-based transfer price, especially kapag yung market prices ng mga substitute products ay hindi available. Okay? O, pwede ka rin naman maglagay ng mag-modify kung halimbawa naman absorption cost ang gagamitin mo. Okay? So magdadagdag ka ng amount para dun sa mga non-production cost associated with the product para magkaroon ka rin ng profit. So again, kapag naman absorption cost ang ginamit, when absorption cost is used as a base, additional amount can be added to cover non-production costs. Yan. Associated dun sa ating products or services. So, ang tawag po din naman natin dyan, cost plus arrangement. Okay, so iba kasi ang absorption cost. This is pertaining dun sa mga cost related to production, all cost, whether variable or fixed. Tapos kung ilang ang gagamitin mo, edi hindi naman mako-cover yung mga non-production cost. Therefore, kung absorption cost naman ang gagamitin mo para maging basis mo ng transfer price, magdadagdag ka ng amount para naman ma-cover yung mga non-production cost. Kanina, kung variable cost ang gagamitin mo as base for transfer price, dagdagan mo ng konti para ma-cover naman yung fixed cost. Yan. Pero pwede mo rin namang iset yung transfer price lower than the absorption cost. Especially kung halimbawa, wala ka ng ibang paggagamitan dun sa capacity or if merong estimated savings. Okay? Dahil dun sa internal transfer na yan. Another consideration, kung variable cost or absorption cost, another consideration. Okay? Kung halimbawa ay gagamitin mo yung cost-based transfer price, ano bang sinusunod mong costing system? Are you following actual cost or standard cost? So, costing system. Actual or standard. So kung gagamit ka ng cost-based transfer price, consider also your costing system na ginagamit sa cost mo, no, sa pagre-record ng cost, whether actual or standard. Okay? So yung actual cost, hindi yan pare-parehas, no? Nagba-vary yan, depende sa season, depende sa volume, and iba pang factors. Eh, yung standard naman, pwede mong i-specify yan in advance, and then ginagamit siyang stable measure for efficient production costs. So again, kung gagamit ka ng cost-based transfer price, consider the costing system, whether you are following actual or standard. So mas superior ito. So this is more superior than actual kasi ito at least sineset mo na yan. Eh, ang actual, depende pa yan sa maraming factors. Okay? Ayan. Tapos pag merong variances, kung sakaling ginagamit mo yung standard costing, tapos yun yung transfer price cost base natin, pag may variances, ang magbe-bear niyan, selling segment. Okay? Yan. Otherwise, Kapag hindi si selling segment, ipapasa niya yan sa buying division or buying segment, yung kanyang efficiencies or mga inefficiencies. So kapag merong variances from standard, yan ay ang nagbe-bear niyan ay selling segment. Otherwise, ipapasa niya yan sa buying segment. Okay? So again, ito yung mga considerations kapag tayo ay gagamit ng cost-based transfer price. What are you going to use as a basis? As a base, variable production cost or absorption cost? Another, what kind of costing system are you using? Actual costing or standard costing? Okay? Sige. So, putulin natin yung lecture natin sa types of transfer price para hindi masyadong mahaba. Unahin ko na muna itong cost-based. And then next lecture natin, isunod naman natin yung market-based transfer price natin para hindi masyadong mahaba yung mga videos natin. Okay? Sige. So, I hope meron tayong bagong learning na nakuha dito sa cost-based. And ulitin nyo lang ulit kung sakaling nalilito kayo dito sa ating cost-based. So, yun. Like ko sinasabi sa inyo, mag-aral kayo mabuti, ingat kayo palagi, at tatandaan, ibang klase ka. Okay? So, bye-bye!